one. Thanks, Jonah. Just playing around. So after I will stand before her window and ask her to let her hair down to me. Rapunzel's prince runs off stage right. And Little Red is going to skip on from stage right, as she usually does. So that means the last time she exited was after Hello Little Girl. She goes off stage left. This back platform is your best friend, because almost all of you are going to have to cross to the opposite side of the stage to make your next entrance. So it's very important to know when you do that. So
Eli.
Little Red at the end of Hello. Oh, what is it?
My mistake. I'm just making sure. Jonah, are you recording this?
Yes, I am, Dad.
Very good. Thank you.
Great. Awesome. So at the end of Hello Little Girl, you exit off stage left. You will go behind the curtain and enter the next time after Rapunzel's prince exits for skipping on. There'll be music playing, your usual theme, the Jack in the Box kind of thing. So you come skipping on, and you're kind of a little. The deeper you get into the forest, you're getting a little nervous. So you're kind of like looking over your shoulder, so that when the baker appears in front of you, you get a little startled. So the baker, by the time Little Red gets about here, the baker is going to run on in front of her. So if she's standing in that spot I was just standing, the baker's gonna run like here. Hello there, little one. A note to Little Red. Please make sure your cloak is untied around the shoulders so that it can be grabbed from you. Because I was in a show actually where Little Red was trying to untie it on stage so I could take it off. So very important. Make sure that by the time you go on, it's just resting on your shoulders and it's not tied around your neck. That's very important. Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny? I ate all the sweets and half a loaf of bread. This is all happening right here, pretty much. But the baker is just so fixated on the cape right now. He's not really caring about. He's just trying to make casual conversation so he can find a way to take this thing. Where did you get that beautiful cape? I so admire it. My granny made it for me. Is that right? I would love to have a red cloak like this. You look pretty foolish. On that, you take it off her shoulders and move to the other side of her, and you are like looking at it. And then on, I want it badly, the baker is going to throw it over his shoulders. I want it badly. Give it back, please. And then we hear the witch's voice from on stage. These little parts of the show where like the mysterious man calls on from off stage to say something he said before, and the witch does that a lot too. Very important to remember those off-stage cues because they're often very easy to forget. So that's another one for the witch. Forget the little girl and get the cape. After I want it badly, give it back, please. Forget the little girl and get the cape. So Little Red is still standing in the same exact spot she was when the baker interrupted her, but there's going to be a beat. In theater, we refer to them as beats, where there's like a moment of like a pause. You're gonna give it a beat. After forget the little girl and get the cape, the baker's going to look right at Little Red and then turn around and book it off stage right. And that's going to leave Little Red. You give it another beat before you start throwing a earth-shaking tantrum, just screaming and yelling and crying and just like stomping your feet here. And then there's going to be a few moments that go by before the baker runs back on and puts the cloak back over Little Red's shoulders. I just wanted to make certain you really love this cape. Now you go to your granny's and you be careful no wolf comes your way. I'd rather a wolf than you any day. Yeah. Oh, we have questions? Great. Yes. What's the question, Ainsley?
So which part is the cue for to go off stage for the witch?
Oh, the witch isn't, do you mean, with the tower, when you are climbing up Rapunzel's hair?
Or right now?
Forget the little girl and get the cape, you say it from off stage.
Right, but like, when do you know when to go there?
You don't you're not on stage for it. You are behind a curtain.
Okay.
It is your voice, not
Okay.
you're not physically on stage, so you don't have to exit. It's just you can really be anywhere on the stage. If you have to be stage right, if you have to be stage left, or on the platform, you can really yell it from anywhere. But it's from off stage. You are not seen by the audience.
Yeah, so you just need to project wherever you're from.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good
What's
question.
that, Logan? Hit me with it.
So I was wondering, when the baker runs off with the cape, which side does he run off?
He runs off stage right.
Okay.
That way. The way I kind of have to talk into this thing, but the way my finger's pointing, yes. Stage right. And then you, after a couple moments, you run back on with the cape from the same side. Logically. Yeah. Yep. Great question. Thank you. Allura, what's up?
So, I wanted to know, like, since I'm Little Red in the play, like, how long do you want me to do, like, a tantrum thing?
Oh, it's long.
It's until the baker runs back on and puts the cape back over your shoulders. And once he does, you kind of calm down a little, but you're still like crying into your hands. So it's more like it's more of a tantrum when the baker's off stage, and then when the baker puts the cape back over your shoulders, it's more just kind of whimpering and you just got really upset. So really just tantrum as long as you need to until the baker runs back on. I'd say baker, give it to a count of 5 until you run back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run back on.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You got it. So
it's
I'd say that the
accurate.
same goes for you. A tantrum for a count of 5, pretty much. Yes, great question, Laura. Thank you. Yes.
I'm so sorry. You
Yeah,
really
sorry, Mackenzie. What's the question?
Oh, I can't scream very high. Is
That's
that
okay.
going to be a
We'll work-
problem or?
Nope. We'll work it out.
No, yeah, that should be totally fine. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Little Red doesn't have to be up in the stratosphere, like in the range. You're fine.
Well, when you say tantrum, I think more of like just like stomping around and just like crying and not just.
Yeah, but you gotta add a vocal.
There's
edge.
definitely a vocal component to it, like a. It doesn't have to be high. It's not like a scream, like in a scary
be
movie, like a scream.
It can be a
it's just like,
wail.
it's wailing. It's wailing. So really, as long as you're making sounds of distress and being upset, that's enough. You don't have to. Don't think of a scream as like a but like just making noises. You know,
Exactly.
Okay.
just
Thank
being
you.
really, really upset. Yeah, don't worry about it. You got it.
Ben has a
Alright.
question.
Ben, what's up? Wait,
Yes.
Ben, do you know how to raise your electronic hand on Zoom?
No, I don't.
That's
Oh.
cool.
Oh, sorry, Ben. Are you on a computer or an iPad, or like a phone?
iPad.
iPad. It should be under participants and next to your name. You can raise your hand there.
I see it.
Good. What's your question, pal?
My question is that, seeing as I'm a baker and, I'm the only baker with colored hair, what are you gonna do about that?
It doesn't make much of a difference. You're totally fine, bud. You will be wearing a hat for most of the show, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
be wearing a hat.
All right.
So it won't make much of a difference. I don't think anyone's gonna care. You're good, man. You rock
Right.
that hair. All right.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for the question. All right. So is that all? Moving along. Okay, great. Moving along. So, you give her the cape back. Now you go to your granny's and you be careful no wolf comes your way. Little Red standing here with the coat with the cape. Oh my gosh, I keep mixing the words. With the cape back on your shoulders. There's a bit of a stage trick here where you stomp on the baker's foot. You don't actually stomp on the baker's foot. What you do is you stomp on the baker's. You stomp.
In
Jonah,
front.
you want to describe this?
You
The
stomp in front.
You is it a stomp in front or a stomp
In front, for sure.
towards upstairs? Yeah. Okay, I'm the baker, Jonah's Little Red.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so can you do that again?
Yes.
Yeah. So I
So it's a stomp with the left leg to his left foot. And
Yeah.
you're going upstage of it. Remember,
Yes.
this is upstage.
remember downstage, upstage.
Okay, so we have, so it'll be, so you have,
And this is something we can practice when we have you in person too.
so it's, I just want to make sure you're real on this game.
Now you go to your granny's and you be careful no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
And then the baker's like, you do what you usually do when you stub your toe or get stomped on your foot. You flinch and you're like grabbing it and you're wincing in pain. And then the music's gonna start for if you know what you need, then you go. Oh, Allura has a question. What's your question, Allura?
It's not really a question, but like when you did the thing, like I couldn't see it because Milky White's head was in the way.
Oh, because Milky White's in the way. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. We weren't thinking about that.
One more time then.
Yes. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you. One more time. So we have,
So it's going to be Little Red is using her left foot to stomp upstage of the baker's left foot.
so it'll be, I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
Yes. Is that clear?
Classic
sorry.
speed combat techniques.
Yes, a little bit of stage combat here. So, and then the baker has, if you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Blah 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 blah. What's important is who needs them more. There's not really much blocking for that, other than like you're coming to your own like determined, decision to go and get it because you need it, and you run off after her. You run off after Little Red. So you exit stage left. Yes, after Little Red stomps on the baker's foot, she exits stage left. And after the baker's song, he also exits stage left.